It seems there's another survivor there. Hello there. Sit still and let me heal you, will you? Why are you looking at me so wary? I come unarmed, you know. I am merely a healer in this war. I am no fighter. I barely even know how to wield a gun or a sword, or any other weapon for that matter. It is not my purpose that God has given me. As I said, I am a healer. It's my purpose to heal and help people, including you. Do not assume I'm blind. I can see your horns, your tail, your eyes. You are clearly a demon. No, it matters not, actually. Because even if you are a demon in this war, you are still a person outside of it. And I cannot let another person get hurt. So if you were to be so kind, my dear, would you sit still for me? Perfect, and let me tend to your wounds. Why don't you tell me what happened? You don't have to tell me your plans, you know. Just what happened to you? Who cut you up exactly? Was it even a cutting wound? This looks a lot like a bullet hole. But your wings are completely ripped. Were it 2 people attacking you? I see. Please do tell me more, because that is unfair fighting and I would like to make sure that the higher-ups are aware of that. Of course I do not condone that behavior. That is ultimately cruel, and we are not supposed to be cruel beings. Because I wasn't made in that image. Very simple. So, what happened? They did they now? That is concerning. What did they look like? I see. And they attacked you together, rather than a one-on-one fight like this war is supposed to be. Oh, I know you demons sometimes jump us, the devils like to play with us and attack us 3 at once. But we at least have some form of moral code we adhere to. At least that's the plan. If it seems that some of us are going rogue, then I have to report them and make sure that they get corrected. What that means for you is none of your concern, demon. There's a difference between devils and demons. Is there now? I thought both were hellborn creatures. I see. Do you mind me mixing up the terms then? Perfect. In that case I will continue using them intermittently, but I will make sure to do my research as well when I'm back in the libraries to make sure I don't make this mistake again in the future. Anyway, as I was saying, 2 people jumped you at the same time, then what happened? Alright, so I'm gonna stitch this up. This might sting a little because I didn't have any numbing stuff for your demons, or devils, or whatever your kin is. Alright, so continue talking while I stitch this up. Oh, heavens. Of course I can say heavens. What's wrong with it? We are not supposed to curse, but I suppose that is just an exclamation from back when I was a human. I was. Once. I was human, born in a mortal realm, turned angel by God. I was a medic back then too, and my skills and expertise were needed in this war. Both sides are taking it rough. It's a shame. I always expected the afterlife to be nice and peaceful, not this internal battle. I said internal, not eternal. Because we are not only fighting with each other, we're also fighting with ourselves, aren't we? Some angels have fallen and joined your side. Some demons and devils have risen and joined ours. It's just bloodshed for bloodshed's sake. I don't like it. But it's my duty now. I may not disobey, or suffer the consequences. As an angel, I'm pure of heart, and I try to help everyone, including you. I don't think you deserve to die on this battlefield here today. Something in me tells me you're not, and that you'll do great. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to you. Perhaps you die in this war. Perhaps you don't. Perhaps you slay all of my kin and become the next demon ruler yourself. Perhaps you rise and become one of our angelic forces. Or perhaps I fall and we meet again in that side. We don't know. But that is something so beautiful that none but God himself know the future. And honestly, I don't even know how much he knows sometimes. Oh, no, I'm not questioning my lord. Don't taunt me like that, you fool being. Well, you are one creature, that's for sure. You're a lot nicer than most demons I've patched up. Yeah, most devils aren't that nice. They will yell at me, hiss at me, I often have to tie them up just to treat their wounds. Yet here you are, sitting still like a champion, while I'm stitching up your wounds. Because prejudice exists on both sides, my dear. Both sides have their biases and their opinions of the others. Whenever they're wrong or right, I cannot judge. I have not met enough demons and devils to encounter them on other circumstances outside of the battlefield to judge them properly, and I don't think many of your kin has met enough of mine to say the same. Yet we're all here fighting in this endless, useless war. Exactly. I think that some kindness could genuinely help remove those stereotypes, and hopefully we'll see each other all a little more as people? I would say humans, because that's the manner of speech I'm used to, but, you know, I'm no longer human. And it would be supposedly weird for you to hear. It wouldn't? What do you mean it wouldn't? Oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was talking to another deceased human. I'm really sorry there. I'm sorry that you fell, or were sent to hell. That is a cruel fate for people who lived in a cruel world. I mean, not many humans make it to heaven anymore. I was a nun, that's the only reason I'm here. A medic, perhaps, but a nun still. I studied medicine before I became one. I worked as a medic for a little while, but then the monastery called me. It was a calling as if from heaven itself. It felt like my duty. I have participated in many medical procedures there, though. Made sure that they got the help they needed while in the monasteries. That's probably the only reason I'm even here to begin with. Because I've lived so long under God's eye, I had no time to sin. But I can see how the modern world is filled with sin and filled with mistakes, which most of the times aren't even humans' faults. So I do pity you, I suppose. I am sorry. Did I offend you? You look angry. Alright. If you say you don't need pity, then I won't. I was just trying to be kind. So what was your life before? Understood. If you don't want to talk about it, that is fine. I am sorry. I'm just trying to make some small talk here. Perhaps. Sure, your wounds are stitched up, but that doesn't mean that I can't help you, at least. Or at least try to talk to you a little. We've been here already. There's no one around. No one's going to interrupt us. So why not chit-chat? Both of us have been human once. We have something in common. What time are you from? The modern era too? Oh, I see. I must admit I don't know much about it. Like I said, I lived sheltered for the last 50, 60 years I think it's been at this point. I've lived sheltered quite long. Do you mind enlightening me about the modern world? Tell me some tales about it, what it's like, what happens. And perhaps we can just spend a little more time here. The battle will go on without us anyway. No one will miss us.